Ian Murray.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And I'd like to join you in congratulating Andy Murray and Kim Sears on the birth of their baby daughter. However, actually, their baby daughter might be winning Wimbledon by the time we get a deal on the fiscal framework. The UK and Scottish governments have now been negotiating it for over 6 months. That's longer than it took to negotiate the Scotland Bill itself, longer than it took to strike the historic international climate change agreement, and actually longer than it took the G20 leaders to negotiate a $1.1 trillion of support for the global economy. It's clear that it's the indexation model that is contentious. So can the Secretary of State tell the House why he thinks the per capita index model is not appropriate for the indexation of the block grant?
Mr Speaker, what I've made clear in previous discussions is that we're not going to have the detailed negotiation in relation to this matter on the floor of this House. What I've said earlier was that I very much welcome the fact that the First Minister has indicated that the Scottish Government is going to bring forward a revised proposal. Through the negotiations, we've brought forward revised proposals. I believe that we are within touching distance of striking a deal, and I remain optimistic that we'll do so.
Ian Murray.
Mr Speaker, the Secretary of State says that he won't provide a running commentary on the fiscal framework, while both governments are providing that very running commentary. Respected economist Anton Muscatelli has said, and I quote, "I do not understand why it should be such a huge stumbling block." And constitutional expert Jim Gallagher said, and I quote, "The fiscal framework is an eminently solvable problem." The Prime Minister has spent recent months shuttling around Europe trying to strike a deal on EU reform. Isn't it time the Prime Minister got involved and showed the same enthusiasm for striking a fair deal for Scotland on our own union as he has on the European Union?
The Prime Minister is committed to securing a deal. He's spoken with Nicola Sturgeon on this issue. They've had a productive discussion. They're now involved in an exchange of letters. But both of them are quite clear that they want to get a deal. And I am confident that with the position set out in the letter from the First Minister, that the Scottish Government are actively engaging in that negotiation process, as are we, that we will be able to get that deal.